Hello there, everybody. Welcome to some more Team Fortress 2. Got a nice gameplay here for you today as the default scout on, of course, Harvest. Such a wonderful map to have such wonderful times. And of course I tried, like I said in the last one, I'm going to try and get more pistol gameplay up because I really like to showcase weird, obscure tactics in Team Fortress 2. It's like when you do a quad jump and you kill somebody on your last jump and you just feel like, oh my god, so much swag, hashtag YOLO 420 for life. Exactly. That's exactly how you feel. Now this is kind of a weird one because I really don't have very many interesting topics to talk about. As you can probably imagine, when you work about 60 hours straight and you just don't have anything really interesting going on except, oh, I know what specials are going on and I know how to do this, that, the other, nobody cares. None of that's exciting. It just makes you look bad. Anyways, this is a topic I really did actually think about on the way home today because it's been happening so much to me every day and it just drives me ballistic. And this might seem a little ranty, it might get a little angry. It does not pertain anything to what's going on screen because this is just good gameplay. There's nothing I need to explain more other than this is actually a really decent scout battle, and that's about as far as it goes in excitement. And I really am proud of this kill right here. I don't know why. I could have probably tanked him. I mean, we got the ego, so of course we would have done it. Boom. Love that. Anyways, this is a weird topic, so just buckle in, quote unquote, to get you a little bit adjusted to this topic. Now, it's probably not very well known, but I'm a good driver. Now, that's a kind of one of those things, you say and you're like, oh, well, you could be a good driver, but in everyone else's eyes, you're a terrible driver. You don't know how to drive. You drive pickup trucks and you drive this, that, the other. You don't know what you're doing, son. Just put that thing in the ignition, go fast. No, I'm actually a really good driver. I went through, driver's safety thing. They show you a picture of a guy getting run over by a semi-truck and you go, oh my god, I don't want that to be me. Pretty much. Let's get that out of the line. And that pretty much sums up that whole class in a nutshell. And so, basically, what was going on was, I drive, maybe, I'm going to say, I don't know, maybe 30 miles a day, back and forth. And it's so weird, because it's something you don't notice. How often, if you drive at all, or watching, just watching people do this, how often are you driving and you notice, I'm not speeding, but I'm seeming to gain, mileage on the person in front of me. You don't notice it until you start to roll up on them, and you're like, okay, I can see the back of your skull. Why are you slow? Why? Okay, this is ridiculous. I am not going to honk my horn. I'm not tailgating you, but I can't tailgate you because there's a guy behind me, and this guy behind me is getting awfully close, and there's like 6 cars behind me. Okay, this is a goddamn clusterfuck. What do? You can't honk your horn, because that's really not going to help. But it's weird because you see it, and you don't think about it until it actually happens. In a realistic scenario, it's just atrocious. People say, oh, texting and driving kills more people than anything, than drunk drivers and impaired driving. No, it's the guy in front of you doing 25 at 55, and it's just a mess. I don't understand. What is the imperative to that? I drive at, the speed limit. I don't go any higher, any lower. I don't like to pass people. I am a very passive driver, much like I, just drove down that spy with a pistol. It's like, I don't have road rage. I just get mad at people when they don't drive. It's really infuriating. And here's the part where it gets scary and actually serious. Of course, 2 days ago, I almost died because someone almost rear-ended me, because of this exact situation. It was going 35 miles per hour near my house. That's normal, okay? That's the normal average speed limit. The person in front of me was doing like 20. I was really not in a good mood, but I said, I can't just get distracted. I can't do bad. Can't go fast. Gotta just do this last turn. And on the last turn, of course, with my turn signal on, that's one of the biggest effing pet peeves in the planet. If you do that, you're a terrible person and you deserve to get hit by a semi-truck. Anyways, basically, I turn my turn signal on and start slowing down. The guy behind me is so close because this person in front of me was going so slow and you can't pass them in the area I was in. And, of course, he almost rear-ends me at what would have been probably a 35 mile per hour plus head-on, or rear collision. And that's quite dangerous and quite scary, especially considering it was right outside my house. And I was about ready to lay the smack dab on somebody and whip out the Mr. Cuddy and tell him, you better start praying you have life insurance. And that would have been pretty disastrous, but of course, all accidents aside, I just gave him the middle finger and let him on his merry way. And that's, of course, the easiest solution. In case you always wonder, that is like the easiest thing you can do to someone, because I've actually had a 65-year-old man get out of his car after swerving in front of me about 6 times outside of my work and, you know, getting out of his car to stoplight when I flipped him off and honked my horn at him. Even though he didn't use his turn signal and almost killed 5 people, he had the audacity to get out and say my headlights weren't turned on when they were clearly turned on in his freaking eyeballs, and he almost, you know, got ran over. I had the this was at a stoplight, too. This was scary. I didn't even show fear, but this was frightening, and I thought to myself, oh my god, am I going to die? That did not go through my mind. It said I gave him a little happy, hi, how you doing, wave, cranked up the music, and let him look really stupid, and honked my horn at him. He got back in his car, end of story, drove off with a light, and almost killed 5 other people. These are scary people. People say serial killers or anybody out there that are sociopaths, you know, and they don't even know it. There are people out there you don't even realize are just a hazard to society without even doing anything. And that's like the weirdest thing I can explain it as. This is really intense and really scary. But what causes this? What just makes you think, oh, I am going to go so slow and I can't? I don't have the Sonic mentality when I'm driving. I don't say I gotta go fast. If I'm losing gas mileage because I'm driving, like I said, 30 miles back and so a day, that is a long distance. And when you have to constantly start and stop your car and accelerate, you waste money that you don't need to waste on gas. Another thing that really drives my gears, you know, through the moon is pretty much when someone is going, okay, there's a stop, there's like a place, okay, say you're going straight, and you're going through 2 different, like, speed transitions, say from, like, you know, 55 down to, like, 35. Okay, there's no intersections, no nothing in front of you. There's usually no traffic. It's one lane on each side. Why do you slam on your brakes to decelerate your car? The only reason to do that, that's actually the only reason to do that, is to use your brakes, is to slow down and do a stop. Why do you slam on your brakes when people are behind you, when you can easily let off your, you know, foot off the gas and not waste gas and have to start and stop your engine? That is the stupidest thing people do, and it drives me crazy. And it's not even that I tailgate. I keep at least 1.5 car lengths, if more, between me and another person. And this happens every effing day. No matter what I do, what causes these just genetic anomalies of just bad driving? Is this genetical? I'm starting to assume it is, because it seems like the more we age, the worse our driving gets. What happened to no seatbelts, man? Whatever happened to those days, you know? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was kind of a weird one, but, you know, I really just was confused. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this one. Have a nice day, please.